Okay, now I should be live correctly. Um, I am going to do a random stream about this bug I have in state circuits. Uh, it's where the conditions can be a bit unstable. They don't respond consistently for some reason. When I first designed the circuit or the system, I didn't notice it at all. But later when I started using it, I also got that, and it should be fixed. I tried looking into it already a bit, but it's very strange. The behavior is very, like the fact that it's unpredictable, and looking into it, you see some weird behavior. So I think it's interesting to look into together or on a stream. So just so I can hear myself talk, which helps me think, but also to get like some footage of it, I think. So this is my state circuits project, the container and the stateful, like the examples. I just made a copy with for bug fixes. So the bug is this thing where if you have a condition, or at least this is one version I found of it, and you have a state connected to it as input, and then you have, for example, a button enhancer, and you connect this to that one, and you click on it, you see there is some the examples thing is making noise. Yeah. Let me check for a second if I am using the correct microphone. Am I? Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So if I press 1 now, this isn't turning on, but it should, because the progression is 1. And this just previses the progression. The weird thing is when I go in and then go out, then it does activate. So there is some strange thing happening where it sort of fixes itself when you go inside the network. And yeah, and so I boiled it down a bit where if you only use a condition and a key or just an enhancer, you connect them, but you give it some input, like even if it's something wrong, it also doesn't work. But it does work when you connect them like that, but you don't give it an input, then it does work. So it is the combination. Oh, and when I do only an input like that, and do the progression slider, it also works. You see this toggle condition met is working. So it is only when there is a condition, when there's an input and there is a enhancer attached to a condition. If that still makes sense. For my test setup, I just use this always on, because that's just an easy input. And this button. So here's the bug again, and if I go in, it will be fixed. But I'll just copy this, so we have 2 versions. Oh, that's also interesting. This one is working. Okay, interesting. So when I go in, this script needs to turn on the condition met, this toggle. Let's see, this one, condition met. Condition met is done by some logic inside where it looks at progression, but also these specific toggles to see if the in this case the condition should be met. But when these are off, it should basically just be when this is 1, this is 1, and the other way around. And that's done by this script, the onProgression change. Let me check for 1 second if the stream is coming through correctly, just so I know. Let me check for 1 second if the it is okay. And this script is just looking at progression parameter, which is this slider again, and on value change, it's using on value change. Let me open the editor. and that is just first I have some debug things now for just some logging. So print progression bar changed with the parameter, and then this logic of like looking at if it's anxious or if any input is not and any input is not active, it'll turn it off. I can remove these. If it's sticky and the condition is not met, and the condition is met, then okay, that's just the logic for these buttons. And otherwise it will do this one, but we can just see what happens because of the prints. And the thing is, if I open the terminal, this broken one, if I turn this off, doesn't log anything, but it does when I go in it. Now it is logging something. So that means that this script literally isn't running the moment I'm not in the network. Because this thing should print when there is a value change, and this is just looking at progression. So somewhere in the chain of this progression parameter changing, like this changes and that should trigger the script. But because for some reason if you put something here, this doesn't go through to the script. There's one thing that might be in a way, which is this active toggle, but that's just looking at if the draw should be like this draw line state, but that's just for resetting the script so the lines will be redrawn. So that's one thing I can try. I can just remove that condition in this one. Let me delete these again. If I go in here, don't do any expression here, it's just always on, should always be running. And then make a copy, and do this whole setup again. So this is input, this isn't always on, so that means the stop on will always be on. And condition, or an enhancer. Oh, that is working. Okay. And it still isn't working when I do it like that, right? Inputs, enhancer. Yeah. And if I copy this, that also works. Okay, let me try again. Condition. Maybe it worked because I went in. So this one, because I went in, works, and when I copy that, it works. Which would mean that if I go in this one and go out and then do the whole setup again, inserting. No, that's not the case. Okay, then that's strange. For when I just turn off this one, maybe, because this is the original one which gave the bug. Input. Oh, this one. Other way around. An answer. So it does seem to be fixed when I do this toggle. So I guess for some reason when I press it, this toggle goes off, and this toggle is op.redraw lines, parameter redraw lines. That's this one. This is a parameter job looking at redraw lines, which is this button. But this isn't triggered by anything, so. Oh, it can be triggered by this one. Parental redraw on value change, on inputs change. Okay, I see some pattern here. So when inputs change, in both cases, because it's just value change. So when something is added and when something is removed, then redraw will be triggered. And redraw will be read here, and then that will pulse or change this one. Maybe this stays on. Can we see that? think. So, because I need that redraw for, I don't get that bug a lot actually, but because it changes when input changes. So now it has triggered once. This isn't changing if I open floating, open floating, where? Is that another thing that I should do like that? Ah, there it is. Okay. Oh yeah, that's also where the error comes from. Because it's trying to eval this parameter, all inputs active, or any inputs active, which is looking at inputs, which isn't. It does only as f, and f is not a comp, so it can't be evaluated. That's why the error is there. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. So redraw. If I put something in here, does that trigger? Yeah, you see a trigger here. And if it's something else, also it should have re-triggered. I think maybe that pulse sort of breaks this parameter maybe. It's hard to see because it's like quantum mechanics. When you observe it, it breaks. Oh, sorry. So you need to test it without observing it by seeing its conditions or the effects it has on other things or something. I don't know. Because this one we're looking into, but it's not broken anymore. We can check if it's not broken anymore because we're looking into it. Key in, enhancer. Yeah, that's working. Is there a way to view the state of this with a new enhancer? Actually, I can do an OP look, maybe. OP viewer, or maybe this is the better OP viewer, of a new condition I will make. Condition 2 / redraw lines. That, if I copy this, should show it, okay. And then we can do this as an input, and another one as a key. Answer. You see there it pulsed. Oh, and it is working, no way. Oh, sorry, because this isn't an expression. Okay. Yeah, so that should break it. So let's do it again. This is an input. Let's just view it like that. And then this is an enhancer. It's not working, and this one is off. Maybe I should actually just look at the parameters. This is funny, it's like a measuring thing. Now it is working, yeah. We want to look at this active parameter. So it's this, that, condition 2 / this, that. Yeah, we just have to look at active, but that'll be fine. Let's delete them again. Add it there. So this is the redraw line, so it should change this parameter. Give it the input. Oh, give it a key. Okay. Okay. It is on. So it should be triggering. And this redraw line has pulsed, but so I don't think it's this path. So you can see it's on. I could even make one which is instead of this on a viewer, and then with the same path. Then you can see the code. And so this is the parameter, and that should be pulsing this code. Oh, I shouldn't change it, but it's not doing that. Turn that one off so it doesn't log. This one is probably logging. No, is it still logging because of that? Who is logging this? That's what I'm asking myself. Is the code doing this? This code? Progression is changed. I should use, let's do that here. Debug so that you can actually see who is logging it. Print, debug. That's it. I actually also have logs here. This is calling as a mod. I don't need OP. As a module, this script. And that's also logging. This is where the actual parameter is toggled, the condition map parameter. Debug. 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 Okay. So now it's doing debug, so I can see which it is coming from. Let's try this setup again. Delete this. We have a link to these two again. Oh, this is one. Okay, two, whatever. Use always on as inputs. Use key as enhancer. And if I click, oh, it's not logging now anymore. So I don't know who was. But yeah, so this is the parameters, this is the code, and this should be changing because this progression is changing. You can see it is becoming 1, and this should be triggering on that. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that it's binding instead of an expression. So let's try to link it as an expression. Oh, reference. Otherwise I'm copying the expression. That does work. But was it? Is that because let's try to interesting. Okay, I need to change that here in key. I'll make another type of key, I think, which let me think, because someone is I can actually see that someone is creating this reference when I link it. I'm not sure anymore because it's quite some time ago how I did that. /enhancer connected, which is inside here. Enhancer connect, that's that one. Okay, so that's instead of connecting it as a bind here, let's connect it as an expression, which is just detail e like that should be okay. So now this should create one which it does an expression instead of a bind. This is input. This is enhancer. No, it's not the fix. So now it's an expression, but still not doing it. Oh, it is logging something. That's this one, I think. Turn it off. Yeah. Okay, that didn't fix it. Let's revert that. Bind express. Okay. So where we're at, oh yeah, the weird thing is with this this toggle is that if it doesn't have an expression, it does work. Or does it? No, it doesn't seem to. No. But it does when I change it here. I removed that. link this input enhancer. Then that does fix it. Just to double check when this was an expression, and I would do the same. Input enhancer. That, yeah, then it's broken. So that does fix it when it's the initial one, which I'm changing, but not when I was changing it through here, which would have changed this toggle inside here. That's correct, it is changed. Let's bind it again. Or maybe I wasn't, I didn't have that connected. Okay, just to check that one time, sorry. I want to make sure I'm just not seeing something. I'm a bit chaotic always, so. Oh. Input, button, enhancer. It's broken. When I turn this off, oh, it is working then. Okay. So that does fix it. So this is referring to this job, but it is off, as you could see. Maybe it's not off, but it's like bugging, so I can try to log what this is doing just by a job expression on value chains. Just debug val, just to see if something is bugging or acting strange with this, which makes this parameter act strange, which makes the whole thing not execute well. So always on, inputs, key, answer. This should be logging something. It's not. It should have been when I was disconnecting and connecting stuff. Yeah, it's doing that. 1 0 and 1 0 again. Yeah. But that is not acting weird, it seems. But it is affecting this for some reason. Probably. No. Oh. Huh. Okay, now it isn't fixing it. Okay. What can I take away? This fixes it for some reason. Oh, it's not. Oh. That also didn't fix it. Huh. Why not? This should be the correct condition. It's not linked. It's not linked. Oh my god, okay. There's some other things happening which makes the testing not stable. Maybe I should write down what I'm testing and stuff. So I was testing if this changing this toggle would fix it. Let me make this again, but then because these should link both ways, but it's not now doing that anymore. Seems this script isn't running, probably because I made a bug by doing this. I probably wrote this wrong. It should be that. Can I go back? Yeah, it should be the same. Enhancer power progression value. Why isn't that binding anymore? This and this should bind both ways. It is. Heh, now it is. Input. Oh. Inputs. That's working. Key. It's not working. Something weird here? Doesn't seem to be. Why isn't it? But this is going here, but this isn't going here. Connected condition. should be done by this script. Connected condition, this one. Par.connected condition equals me.name. Connected condition is just a text, so that should be triggering. Let me print this. Print this whole thing. Oh. And print me.parents.name should be, well, this is when I didn't know, I didn't need to type all that. That should print the things it's doing. Answer, that's working. Why isn't it working for this one? Or did I fix it by printing it? That doesn't make sense. Answer, that's working. Ha! And if I delete these again, and copy it, maybe I didn't save or something else, I don't know. Enhancer, that's working. Okay. I'm gonna look back at this and see all the things I didn't, I was just doing stupid things I didn't see. Okay, should be back to where it was then. Oh. Can I do this? Oh. Okay, let's try this again. Let's make them look at one, so I don't have to have another one in here. And key and input. So let's see, input, enhancer, clicking, doesn't work. Condition 1, redraw line. This was looking at progression value, change 1, that's the dot. Doesn't work, change this, does work, okay. Let's just try that again, just to be sure. Key in, always on, input, enhancer, doesn't work, change it, does work, okay. Set it up again. I'm always copying from the top things because I want those to work. And if I go copy other things, then maybe the small changes I did, I forget and stuff. So this toggle might be because I'm like interacting with the network inside, which updates it. So I can try to like do something else, and then yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So it's not the fact that I'm changing this active toggle, it's the fact that I'm doing anything inside that network. So the problem is that it doesn't, there's something deactivated in there or something, like sleeping. I feel like this script or the other scripts are sleeping. But oh yeah, the thing was when I constantly forget. How can I even fix this if I always forget everything? If I turn these off, these expressions here, and then copy it, then it does work. So then it does work. So it seems that this parameter sort of goes to sleep or something, or the fact that I go in here, because if I change this to the expression again, always on the key, then it's not working then, right? Yeah. Okay, I thought maybe because I went in it got activated. So it does seem to have something to do with these redraw lines. And I think I can, if that is actually what causes all these bugs, I think the best thing to do is just to remove that logic. Because the fact that it's there, I have it there because there is some weird bug with these lines like not updating. And this is like a patch or like a weird fix for that, of resetting everything, and that only creates more bugs. So I think it's better to remove all this, like that's patching everything that there is. Should be like the most logical, simple version. And then see if the bug arises again of these lines redrawing, and then finding a better way to do it. So if I remove these, then these expressions, I'm in condition, yeah. Also here. Then that should have fixed the condition so it doesn't do that strange behavior. Input, key, answer. That fixes that. So it's not, I'm not the most happy with that as a fix. And I'll just build some networks to try out if things are working better now, and if that's what causes all the bugs. Because there was some case, for example, with a timer which didn't get triggered. So let's just make a timer, a small timer network. Maybe the other side is a key, condition, a key, inputs. Oh yeah, and then I need to go in there. Same one. Okay, that worked. No. Oh, it's on pause. No way, was it on pause? No way, maybe that broke stuff. Oh, it shouldn't have. Can I check? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's locked on the key. This is what I expect. Let's put some timers here. I should have like a test network set. I have all these examples. I can use those as tests. Input. Okay, that's working. Let's go to these examples, see if one of them breaks, because this is the old code. Or not with, like, without the removal of the draw line thing. Oh. This is fun. It's like a year ago. So fun to see what's wrong here. Type object as an attribute module. Who is trying that? Expression 1. Character controller. What's this one? Is it in the parameter? It's probably an extension. This thing. State change. State change. Should then be right. I don't use extensions that often. Well, for now, it's not the thing we're looking at. Okay, this guy. It's a really fun example, I think. So if you just walking, you press 2, you kick. But if you run, you press 2, you jump. And this can be something else like rollover. Because the animations that are chosen are based on these on the state names. And the state names are based on these comps. So it's all connected easily. This seems to be working fine. That's the hard thing, it just occurs sometimes. And I think mostly when you make a new network work. What's wrong here? No way. Non-type is not defined. Round method. Is there an update where things changed, or non-type in round, game duration, timer, seconds? Is it because things didn't load properly? No. What? Argument must be a real number, not non-type. That's game duration again. What is game duration? Is it the parameter? No. Okay. Nope. Oh, turning things off. Where is it? Game duration. Where I'm somewhere else again. Little character parameter radius. What's going on? Is no object as an attribute is state. TD container comp. Yeah, that's the script it's not finding. but that should be this, which should just be an extension here. Now it is happy because the extensions are updated. Oh, okay. That was it, I think. Is it working? Oh, it's locked inside game over. Game over is reset by pressing as a reset timer, but the reset timer isn't running because it was all standing still. So let's just start the reset timer and then press. Okay. Make this go to the microphone. Is it there? Well, no, whatever. So that's working again. This should also be audio. Okay, the extension just isn't loaded. That's also probably the error here. No. Well, anyways. Another one, counter. It's working well. Another one, reels. Should also just be working well, yeah. Oh, yeah, videos need to be loaded. Score ladder. Non-type object unscrewable. Single frame. Const value 0. This one. Audio device in, channel 1. Audio device in. There is no audio device in. Oh, I think that was just changing some random stuff. Okay, but we don't find the bug here, but it is using the old things. So it's probably something that only occurs when you actually make a new network. So let's just try to make new networks then in this strange bug fix comp. Let's have a version of the condition which is broken so we can test against it. Let's copy that from state containers. Yeah. Okay, so broken condition and nice fixed question mark, can't do that, fixed condition question mark. Okay, so we got broken and working versions, and like this one, this is already like fixed conditions, so let's make the same thing with broken conditions. Let's do this as an input. This is the other one. Do input timers. Oh. Boink answer. Boink answer. Then go to that network, please. 3 and 4. Oh, it's only bounded one way again. But here it is bounded correctly. Is it passed? No. Huh? There's also another bug, it seems. This isn't filled in. But there's no reason this one does connect, this one doesn't, because it's exactly the same thing. Here we still have that script, which is doing it. So what is it doing? If previous is not an empty quote, try find the previous thing in the connect. Okay, wait, just give myself some context. We are inside connected, this one, and it's on value change on enhancer parameter, which is this parameter, which will be referencing the parameter when you drag it on top of it. If previous is not an empty quote, so if it wasn't empty before, which means you changed the name or something, try find that one which was before. Aha, yeah, and set its connected condition to an empty quote. Connected condition is connected condition. Oh wait, in the enhancer, connected condition. That's the condition which is connected. So try to remove the one that was connected last. Okay, and if you can't find it, then it'll just pass, and the script will continue. So it's just in the case there was already one connected that's disconnected. Connected enhancer path is the parameter eval. So that's the thing you just added. if the connect enhancer path is none, so eval should result in the comp itself. If it doesn't find a comp, then we just set the bind expression of the progression, this one, to empty, because eventually it's going to bind to this parameter. Otherwise, so if it is not none, so it is something, the connected enhancer path, which is the thing we dragged in, dot part of connect condition is meter parent dot name. This can go away. Parent dot name. So that's just the name of the thing, and parent part of progression dot bind expression. So parent part of progression, which is oh yeah, sorry, that's this thing. Pin bind expression is op me dot part dot enhancer. Op me dot part dot enhancer refers to this string, of course. So we find the operator with the name of my enhancer parameter, this one. I feel like this could cause a bug where, okay, we can put eval there, because what will be happening is this will be evaluated, but then it should this should also be evaluated before, because that just changed. This change triggered that change, and maybe if this isn't ready yet, this will get the wrong value there, something like that. And then of that object, which is this parameter, this enhancer, we get the progression value, which is this thing here, which it teaches on. And then redraw lines. Aha, that's gone. So let's take that away as well. So we change this in this one, right? Yeah, that's this one. Okay. Let's use that. This is the broken one, even. Let's just connect a few timers or end buttons and see if they all connect well. Connect, enhancer, timer, works. This is also a case where you copy it, but that should work, yeah. Works. 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 Okay, and buttons. Works. Oh. Works. It feels a bit like stick and stones. Works. 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 Why didn't it work there? This is the old one, I realized that. So this didn't connect because this doesn't have that name, and what's connected here then? Broken condition enhancer. Here it is on there, okay, but the whole script didn't run. That's what seems to have gone wrong, because there should be two lines, one of the progression where it's referencing this one, and the one the other way around. So it's also this name and also this progression and also its name on this thing. So this whole script isn't running. Maybe because of this bug, because if I remove it, maybe it is working. No, maybe it's just not updating because the name is already there. Yeah, that worked. But I don't know for sure now that it was that thing causing it. What I do need to know is if it isn't doing the same thing in the new one. Okay, let's use some broken ones and do the same thing with, and take this timer, see if these are breaking. Oh, that it was breaking, I think, cause yeah, it's only on there. Does this happen constantly? Enhancer, enhancer, that worked. Enhancer. That worked. Yeah. Bang, that worked. This one didn't. Seems like this specific one. That's also breaking. Huh. Other way around. That did work. So it was just luck, I think, or like chance. Let's see if I do this one again, then do that. Still breaking. So here's some consistency. If I copy this one, copy this one, and then put it on there. Now it does work. Okay. This is very strange. Oh. Enhancer does work. Let's get it not to work one time again. Does work. That's the condition in which it broke last time. Huh? Maybe if I copy that one first, bind it to this. Does work. Huh. Okay. Doesn't give me a lot of confidence. And let's try it with these again, just to see if that same chance, if I just do it more often, also happens with the supposedly fixed ones. There you see there was the redraw bug. I just deactivated and activated it, and then the line got redrawn. Does work? What's this? On progression change. On progression change. This one, it's bound to that. I don't know exactly. Oh. That's interesting. Don't see why that would happen. Because this one isn't bounded correctly or something. This is bounded, but this isn't. It is here. And it's collision 16. Collision 16. This one. Oh. It's looking at that. Okay. I feel like I'm also getting a bit too tired to focus. Enhancer. It was already bounded because this is already looking for an 18. So this shouldn't bind because that's not 18. This was already looking for 18 as well because that was in this one. Enhancer. No, it shouldn't be. Probably because this redraw thing. Yeah, exactly. There you see. It just didn't update the line. That's why I had the redraw fix. Enhancer. Redraw. But the fact is that the timer does connect well till now, but we just have the redraw fix bug. Oh. And I really dislike that because it makes the network, like we rely on the lines to see the flow of the network. But of course you can manually fix it by toggling it, and that would not break the thing like it did with these broken versions, it seems till now. But yeah, I want to not have that bug. Okay. Till now it seems totally fine. So let's delete, clean up a bit. Take these away until we only have one left. I hope that's not one I did something strange with. Remove this. Yeah. So what can I do to test this? Again, this was breaking. Let's just make this network again with the fixed one. And then with the broken one. Input. Enhancer, another one. Input. 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 Oh. What's going on here? State 6. What's the other one? It's probably a redraw bug. No, here. Yeah, redraw bug again. And some timers. Oh. Enhancer. Enhancer. Activate. Oh, activate 5. Works. Same thing with the broken one. It's called, it's just broken again. Oh. Oh, interesting. No. Oh yeah, broken is already there somewhere. It's this one, yeah. That's why I didn't change it. Okay. Timas. Alright, let's first do states. States. Sound effects. Input. Timers. Enhancer. Okay, change it to state 7. Broken. Haha. I'm happy that it's breaking, so that I know, and it's not breaking here till now. I can actually just switch between them, see how consistent it is. 5 and 6. That's working. 7 and 8. Broken. It ran up to 1, but then didn't change. 5 and 6. It might be because some things were linked strangely, so I can, just to know for sure, make a clean one with like the ones that weren't connected to anything yet. Oh. Connect. And then redraw didn't bug out. Then these timers, you can just steal them from here. Or actually I want some clean ones. This one, enhancer. This one, enhancer. Put it in that chain. Okay, it does work now. Huh. Okay, so now it could be because I stole some things which are already connected to something, or just because the chance of the bug didn't happen. Maybe if I make copies, they can have that bug. Oh. Okay, other states. This one does work. This one does work. This one does work. This one does work. Huh. Try the same for this. I don't know if the bug arises when you copy paste. I feel like it doesn't. So this isn't a good test then. 19. Oh. Also probably not. Yeah. Last one. Oh, okay, yeah. This is some heavy Dutch center stuff. Okay. Okay. Try to remake the broken one once again. Just because I don't know what else. If anyone has any tips for how to debug this better, because I'm always a bit chaotic, like I said, then please let me know. Input, timer, answer, and then we have 5 and 6. Didn't work. Got the bug already. Just do that once again for fixed one. Where are my fixed ones? I think I deleted them. But this is also a fixed one, right? Yeah. Condition fixed. Delete the enhancer. Create this thing also. Connect that. Timers from here. Timer. Put it in state 7. Yes. Maybe because I stole the timers from here and those create a bug. Would be strange. I copied the timer from there, I remember, for these, so enhancer does work. So it does seem that this one is bugging sometimes, but the other isn't, which means that is fixed as far as I know now. Why it is fixed, so it should be because of this redraw lines, which is triggered by this input state change, and that sort of blocks this whole active parameter or something. It would be nice to go deeper into why exactly it happens, because it is happening, but I feel like that can go quite deep because the bug is fixed when you go into the network. Let's see if that actually also works with this case. If we go in here and out, start it maybe. Oh, if we go in there, out. It's not linking at all. Oh, it's not bounded. That's why the bug is there, because it didn't bind. And that not binding was probably also something that came from this parameter being linked to this redraw lines. I think, because if I probably turn this off, but this only triggers when I connect it in for the first time. So this is also something I should test actually. So now it is binding. Now it is. Oh yeah, I need to do this expression again. Okay, just do that a few times. Answer works. Answer works. This should actually unbind. I don't know why it doesn't. Yeah, answer. Oh, this is already acting weird, and that's because of this thing. Let's just check. Move it there. Answer works. No, it is unbinding correctly. So even the unbinding was breaking because of that parameter being bound to that. It's so strange. I don't see why. Maybe because it does have this flag. If you have an expression, oh, it's unoptimized even. So maybe I thought it was something with optimization, but it says it's not optimized, so it shouldn't be. Redraw lines, it's just this, which is a parameter. I can imagine like I am sort of active, like using it as a pulse. It's on value change. Oh, it's actually, yeah, because this parent parameter, which it's looking at, is a pulse. And sometimes pulses can act weird in like timing, and maybe the translation from a chop, like a pulse to a chop value to a parameter, maybe something in that chain is unstable. Might be something like that. But it seems to have been fixed with this. I guess to actually know, you just need to build a lot of things with it. And I do want the redraw lines to be fixed. I don't want to see these networks not working, not looking well. That also involves understanding why they're drawn wrongly. It is when you change the parameters with these scripts, like these. Where am I? I'm in the... with scripts like these, that's like when you change the bind expression and then to this, but it's not evaluated properly, maybe, or it's just, I don't know. So yeah. Okay, so I guess let's make sure this one is fixed, like totally. This is gone. These parameters are gone. This whole thing is gone. And I should remove the debug statements. This one, don't know why. The two if statements account for the two edges scenario. Was there something there? Let's check in this one. Maybe I removed it, but I didn't remove the command line. No. I also have this the print still in the official one. I should remove those, especially. Stable container, maybe this uses an older version which has something there. This is also quite impractical that I need to have everything updated. I can master them. You also see this here. I can master them to one, but then it can get quite messy, I think. So I just try to keep in each version these on the top, and those should be the most up-to-date versions. So this comment cells in the other ones. The two if statements account for the two edges scenario. I'm not sure what that means. Like past me. If it's anxious and there's no input, it should be off. If it's sticky, I really try my best to like make these as logical as possible. In any other case, that makes sense. I'm not sure what this means, so maybe I should remove it. Also, it doesn't have a space after, which means I didn't look at it thoroughly, I think. So it's probably an old thing, so I'll just remove it. Those are gone, and the debugs here should go. Then this version should be the one with the redraw lines taken away, which should make them a version which doesn't seem to have the bug as far as I have tried it. I haven't had a case where I had the bug, and I did have the bug in the other cases. So that should fix it, maybe because I know redrawing reference lines to avoid bug. Reset scripts when reference has changed to get rid of the legacy gray lines. Yeah, we have the same thing here, so I'm scared this might also cause the same bug. So maybe I should also remove it here. I probably should, but these aren't bound to that, so I'm not sure who is using it. This one probably. Yeah, change the state to the parent's name. Yeah, so let's remove it here as well, just to be definitely sure. And actually, to be clean, or like we should do this, is just remove this button to post the redraw lines, redraw reference lines. Those are gone now. Also for this one, customize redraw lines, gone now. And these don't have anything like that, right? This timer script, just conditions of this timer job. No. Enhancer template, no. Keying, no. This is just on. No. Oh, scripts. No. Enumerate vowels. Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh. So, okay. Everything like that should be gone. So that I should call this state container v2 or something. Just to, or like, yeah, I should just give it the descriptive name of like a bug. Redraw lines removed. Oh. Then add a D at the end. Removed. Okay, I hope this one is better. I'm not done yet with this fix because I want the redrawing to be done, and I think I want to look over everything once again because it's been some time. But I think I do want to end the stream here because it's late enough, and I think I've looked into it well. I'm not sure how long I've been streaming. Oh, it's only, oh no. But it's been really fun to make another video. I was doing this and I was like, oh, maybe it's interesting to actually do this during a stream, and I wanted to talk aloud just to think. And this might also do something. And on a stream I'm allowed to do that. Let's check for 1 second. If it doesn't have any debugs, yeah, I removed all those. Just to be sure. Inputs, buttons, Timers. Go away. Thank you. Answer. Go network. One. Pew. What's this? No way. I do still have some stuff. There you go. That's why I should check. Let's fix this typo as well. Redraw lines removed. The D. Removed. The D should be there. So this is being logged by predict 1 state container redraw lines removed condition 2. Condition 2. This one. That's just the same as this one. So there is a debug somewhere. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Here. There it is. Oh. Debug. Setting parameter progression. Okay. That one's gone. Let's try and make this remake this thing. Condition. Oh. Pew. Pew. Dum 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 dum. Input. Timer. Here's the redraw bug again. Gone. Timer. Answer. Key. Then clear it. Huh, still. Who is doing that? Predict 1 condition 2 value 01 condition 2. Still a debug somewhere. There. Huh. Yeah, what? I thought I removed those. I think in the wrong one then. Okay. Because I also removed this line. So, okay. I removed that. Huh. That's why I check. And then the other things are still fixed, right? Yeah. Okay. Debug is gone there. Okay. It makes me not trust myself. Let's do it again. Makes you quick at this when you do it so often. Input, 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 input. Timer. Key. Okay. Go in there. Oh. Go in there. 1. Nothing. Oh. Yes, whatever. Nothing. Yippee. Okay. Up. Up. Yes. Okay. Seemed to be nice. So like I said, I'm gonna try to fix the redraw lines without breaking the system. Check more if it's working, but I think the looking into this part of the bug was done well, I guess. It was just what I wanted to do on the stream is working, like looking into the bug and talking and stuff. Okay, cool. Nice. Thanks for watching.